How's it gang? Welcome to the Hawaii Rhino Fishing Show. Mahalo's everybody for tuning in for this episode. Okay, so the last episode we was at the spot. The two grandmasters were showing me how to get it done. We caught some halalu. Later in the day, I threw out dead baits. I was able to get on one nice size eel, one nice size pupil. The eel, the one you guys seen him swimming in the tide pool. There were some other brothers that came a little bit later that was fishing. They wasn't getting any luck. We offered them to take the eel. Kind of looked like they was fishing to catch something to eat. And then the pupil, I released it. But my day wasn't complete over there. I really wanted to throw the fish cam in to see what lurks in that water. And I wanted to do it with some live bait. I think in the other episode I threw out some dead bait at the spot, but I really wanted to see what comes around if I throw out some live bait. So I had two of the halalu that I caught, and one of Aweoweo that Brother Clint donated to me to throw out with the fish cam. So I'm gonna do that, throw all those 3 fish out live. You guys will get to see what comes around and also what ends up smashing those baits. Now I did put out a short Instagram reel a few months back of what happened to one of those halalus, so some of the footage again might look a little familiar. We will have a Hawaii Rhino hammer shout sometime during this vid, and also stay tuned to the end. We'll talk a little bit about this vid as well as the last vid with the halalu fishing. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, let's get it started. So right here I'm hooking the halalu, single hook rig. I want to say I hooked it right through the top lip coming out the head, and casted this one out not too far but a little bit more inside of that harbor area. As you can see, it's decently deep. Okay, lead drops to the bottom, and in this area actually quite a bit of rock formation when Wanakali comes in right away. Little top in the back, I think we see on trigger right there. Fast forward a little bit. Okay, there's that halalu, and looks like he's trying to survive over here, but check that out. Looks like the hook is stuck on the reef somehow. It's pinning the halalu right there to the reef.
Lose money.
You know, which is a good view for a fish cam, but you know, maybe not the best thing if I'm trying to catch one apex predator. I would more like to have that halalu kind of swimming around, attracting attention. Right now he's kicking up dust, which could be attracting attention as well, but I think visually and stuff, especially if, oh, okay, right here, bang. So there, when Fat Hoggy comes in, nails him. And I can't really see in the dust right now. He might have just clean them out. Okay, right here, slow motion, zoomed in, bang, straight for the eye. Ooh, Aweoweo. Right there, eyeball gone. Bang, spits it out, goes back to Grino. Freaking savage. Throughout this video, you're gonna see a lot of sections where I fast forward. And the reason for that is I want to give you guys an idea on time lapse of what is happening to your halalu while it's down there at the bottom. Okay, hoggies come in, table bass over there. We see some butterfly fish, even these needle nose butterfly fish. I was told these guys only eat like planktons or like real small lemus that they pick off the rocks. But you know, if the fish hungry, I guess they go and grind whatever.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Check them out. Okay, fast forward some more. There's a few table bosses there in the back. These look like small. I mean, I think it's smaller than the halalu, so those are real small. Oh shoot! Here we go. Here we go. The ground tax man. Here he comes. Nope. Wow, amazed. Brother went past right by. Okay, Pualu shows up, joins the party, and if you guys see my Sand Island vids, what get, you guys know these Pualus are savages as well. I think I threw out frozen akule, and like a whole flock of pualos was just killing it. Okay, see a moana in the back. Gray hoggy. Ooh, there's that puhi. Okay, that puhi didn't go away, guys. He's lurking back there, but just a whole different variety of Hawaiian reef fish are in this area. And this area of that spot is more on the inside. It's not towards the opening where it kind of opens out into the ocean. So a little bit more rocky, reefy area where I threw the fish cam in. Now we see just a whole bunch of fish that's starting to mob the hell out of this Halalu. Ooh, I thought I seen some silver flash by over there. I got it in fast forward mode. Okay, slow it down here. And yeah, you guys see the puhi in the back. I think he smells all the... I'm surprised that he hasn't come up and smashed this Halalu already. Yep, okay, they're him, the ground tax man. Time to collect. There he goes. Bang, that's some big mouth. And rips the Halalu right off the hook. And just a cloud of dust right now. So that hook must be stuck in the reef pretty decently well. And this is part of the reason why whenever I throw out the fish cam, I make sure the hook leader is at least no greater than 60% of the breaking strength of my main line, because I don't want my main line breaking off and leaving the fish cam down there at the bottom. So right there we see some fish coming around and they're like, bruh, what happened? Where the buffet went? Oh, cuz, close up shop, eh? Yeah, these fish are bummed right now. I don't know what to tell you guys. Sorry.
Bro, you freaking puhi. Hog cheese, huh?
This topic looks like me last night circling back to my fridge, hoping one box of malasada is going to magically pop in there. So far we've seen quite a bit of table bass over here. So a question I got is, has anybody used table bass to catch ulua or to target ulua, or have caught one ulua using table bass? You guys have? Let me know. And also let me know what spot you caught them at. Give me the exact grade coordinates for that spot. Nah, just kidding, but seriously, DM me on the side. Okay, back in the water, here we go. We got this freaking monster hoggy over here, and he's banging. Okay, son of a... See that, bro? Lately, all these fish have been taking shots at the fish cam. Thank goodness the thing is built like on tank. Nai, seen that Moalang Kali. And, ooh, shaky. Time to bring it up. Now check this out. Bringing it up and... Bing! One huge school of veke swimming up high. Okay, so put the second Halalu on the hook and threw it out. Now this spot I threw it out is a little bit more towards the opening of that spot where it opens into the ocean. And oh, I don't know what that was on the ground. I try to throw it further as well. I try to throw it out a little bit more deep, put it in the middle, and you can see the grounds over here. This is like all sand, a few little rocks here and there, but at least in this part where I threw it, no major kind of reef formations. And this Halalu is just doing circle. Okay, now the hoggies have come, and this guy is in trouble now. Besides the humus that's ripping at it, you can kind of see one nunu or trumpet fish lurking in the back as well. Those things are pretty vicious as well, and they love live bait, the bigger ones especially. So fast forward a little bit and you can see the chase. So this gray hoggy is over here playing cat and mouse with the Halalu. Kind of feel sorry for this bugger, but hey, shut up. It is what it is. It's a cycle of life. Gray hoggy comes back and starts to chase all over again. Right there, slowed it down. I don't know what this brother is doing.
Bruh, you trying for eat him or get his autograph?
Wallow swings by. And right there, is that my Halalu? No? Looks like just one random Halalu out there to stop by to visit and check out what brother is doing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's trying for help him or not. Okay, screen is shaking. Something's going on. Looks like I'm bringing it back in, slowed it down for you guys. Oh, and that big hoggy was down there ready for attack. Yeah, this Halalu is dust already. Well, even though the Halalu maki, I still decided to throw it back out. Wasn't too bust up on the body, so I was like, yeah, just gonna relaunch. I think that was my last one, by the way. Anyway, so I threw it in a slightly different spot, and right there, so I got it on some kind of rock formation right there. And yeah, so there's that big hoggy again. I don't know if that's the same guy. You can see his tail fin is kind of bust up. Looks like something was trying to munch on him earlier. Ooh, okay, right there. Damn. That's what I wanted to see. Takes a couple hit and then circles. And there's two of them now. Okay, Moanakali on the bottom. But you notice how this Humu, this Hoggy, is just kind of hovering around. Okay, now he's leaving it. Oh, he goes back down. Right? I mean, it's almost like they guard the bait. These freaking guys guard the bait. They're like bulldogs. See, I don't know. He just went chase somebody. He's going back. Yeah, no can with these guys.
Bruh, more worse than the bouncers at Feminu.
Bang! Ooh, that was sneaky. That Milu came in and tried to catch it on the side over there. See, he goes around him, but you see this Hoggy over here. Using his big body and his ability to hover around the bait to just kind of block him out. Okay, Milu tries again, but you see, as soon as he comes within eyesight of that Hoggy, the Hoggy turns and then starts to position his body on the other side now. Milu's circling, he's circling, like he wants some of that, bro, but this Hoggy ain't gonna let him have it. Okay, this is interesting. So this Moorish idol comes in and he's not scared of the Hoggy. He's just going right at, I mean, I'm assuming it looks like he's pecking at the bait down there. Yeah, he is. See right there, and then the Hoggy bounces. We see a nice veke that passes right up over the fish can. Hoggy chases after the veke. Like, I guess, ooh, right there. That's what I want, right there. Look at that. Look at the size of that guy. Hells yeah. Come back. Where you stay? There, him. Ooh. And he comes back with the Omilo. So it looked like the Omilo went, called for backups. Now his backups, you see a couple good sized lies there too. But these guys not doing nothing. Now the Moorish idol is blocking them all out. What the hell is going on over here? Okay. Oh, okay, so you see you get another of these freaking brown big huggies that's down below by the bait. So we couldn't see that guy over there. Okay, right here we see that shape of that. There it is. Man, that's a good size of eel right there. He's coming around like he's interested. Okay, he goes back. I see one lie in the back.
Now, for everybody's favorite segment of the show, Hawaii Rhinos, Camels, all
We watch my Halalu get smashed by these non-uluas. Let's get to some Hawaii Rhino hammer, shall we? Alright, first Hawaii Rhino hammer, submitted by Sandman. This would be Brother Mario at straight_Kosla on Insta. Caught this solid, beautiful Milu weighing in at 13.2 pounds. Bait casting. Congrats, Brother Mario. That is a Hawaii Rhino hammer number 2 this week. This goes out to Brother JR at jerry.e11 on Insta. Caught this solid ulua weighing in at 31.7 pounds. His personal best. Brother was fishing with his brother using taco leg bait casting. Right on, Brother Jerry. That is a hammer. My last Hawaii Rhino hammer this week. No stranger to the show. This goes out to my guy Aupe Tropo on Insta. Brother Aupe caught this 3-pound Milu bait casting old taco. Not sure. Congrats, Brother Aupe. That is a hammer. Congrats to all the hammers this week. And if you guys want to get up on the screen, you know what to do. Keep pressing, boys. Alright. Okay, and the last fish we launching over here, this would be the Aweoweo. And again, big mahalos, Brother Clint. Brother Clint caught this Aweoweo, I think was in the super early morning hour. So it's still dark when he caught the Aweoweo. Brother had him in his bucket. Before he left back home, Brother gave me the Aweoweo, told me for use them to drop with the fish cam. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay, looks like the Aweoweo is tied up on a fish cam somehow. Oh, he's fighting. Did he get free? Okay, looks like he broke free. Just seen the hook right there, going right under that dorsal fin. And this brother is just swimming out and about.
Bro, well, better we just pan fry that guy.
Okay, brother, get some visitors over here. Yeah, the hoggy's looking at him, but it's like, bro, no ways. He's not gonna try to smash that Aweoweo. I'm really loving how this Aweoweo is just trying to swim away though. He's creating a lot of motion in the water, and you know, if there's some predator around, bang. Wow, okay, you see those stripes on the body? That's a ama striped mullet. Man, so it seems like this is a spot that I thrown in and get plenty of these huge amas, and they're just swimming all around this Aweoweo over here. You kind of see how the ama just grazes the bottom of the sand, and so making me think like maybe I should be dropping some rigs with like dough ball or something on the ground, use like one egg lead and just kind of drag them, maybe to attract the attention. It seems like they might be attracted to this Aweoweo, just the movement. I mean, because they keep swimming all around this guy. Yeah, this Aweoweo is getting tired. You can see him. He's struggling. I mean, he's trying to get off this hook. He's trying to swim away, which is really good. As a bait, you kind of want that. I've thrown out, you know, like ulai, lizardfish. No luck. They just sit on the bottom. Himalayas will dive bomb to the bottom. Okay, camera's starting to shake. Looks like time to bring it up. Hopefully I don't get stuck on this rock here. Okay, whew, right on. Okay, after checking the Aweoweo, brother was still alive. Looked like I had a little bit more camera time on the fish cam, so I just launched him back out, but I launched him in a little bit different spot. Yeah, this brother is dust already. I mean, check him. I mean, he's getting a little bit of movement, but he's no longer swimming up in the water. Looks like one small papil comes by to visit him.
Okay, can we pan fry him now?
So I guess another thing to take from this is that if you want to get more action on your live baits, throw out one real live bait or keep them fresh. You know what I mean? Use the good aerators, pump box Hawai'I or whatever. Keep them nice and lively if you can. Okay, no action on the line, so brought him up, taking the hook off. He seemed to be kicking in my hand, so right there, whoop, all pow. Okay gang, I hope you guys enjoyed this vid. Again, this vid was all pretty much fish cam footage from beginning to end of that same day I was Halalu fishing with the masters over there. A few thoughts on this one. Number one thought is Aweoweo. That could be a very underrated bait. I threw the Aweoweo out last. The reason I threw it out last is because the Halalu, I don't think that they last as long in one bucket or whatever as opposed to an Aweoweo. So I wanted to get the Halalus out first. And of course, you know, everybody be talking about how the Uluas be smashing Halalus all the time. So to me, it was like, let's try it out. Let's see. I want to see when the Ulua come around. Now, unfortunately, we never see like one real big monster Ulua come around. Part of that could be the time of day that I was fishing. You know, I bring that up a lot. A lot of times when I drop the fish cam in, it's kind of towards the middle of the day. And that actually was in the middle of the day, right around, I know it was after 11. Aweoweo might be a super underrated bait. You guys seen how in the water that the Aweoweo kept swimming up, swimming around. There was nothing chasing it at that point. I don't know if I just threw it in a dead area or like I said, time of day, nothing was coming around. But the color and the patterns on Aweoweo, they're red, but they also have almost like one camel print pattern on their body. They got that big eye, and the camel print also has like silverish in it. So super attractive fish. If there wasn't a lure that was around, who knows what could have happened there. I don't hear Aweoweo being brought up as a bait to use is because like Mempachi, they're mostly nocturnal feeders. So most of the time you only gonna catch Aweoweo by pole shorefishing during the night. Thought number two is using Halalu for bait. So what I've noticed is that a lot of guys free line Halalu, and basically what that means is you just put the Halalu on one hook and you just throw it out without any weights, without any floater. You just throw it out there with your line and let the bugger swim around. And I think the fish cam footage kind of shows you why it might not be the best method to bait cast the Halalu, even if you put like one long hook leader on there. The reason why I didn't have a long hook leader is because the fish cam can only cover a certain amount of visual area. I have to kind of keep the hook leaders a little bit short so that the Halalu doesn't swim in and out of the vision of the fish cam. Now it kind of still did. There's really no way around that unless you make the leader like, 2 inches long or something where it's just right, almost like on T-knot rig. I mean, I don't know. I might do that next time. I just gonna drop on T-knot rig and I'm gonna throw 3 live Halalus out and just have them kind of all dangling in a row and then see what comes around. But getting back to the main point, what I didn't realize is that you had those massive hoggies that was gonna be smashing the Halalus. This kind of makes sense because if you go back to my video where I was fishing with the young guns over at this same spot, we caught a bunch of Halalu that day and we were consistently launching them. Now we did free line some of the Halalu, but I think we were bait casting more than we were free lining. And the 2 big papils that Kaisen and Kela both caught that day was towards the nighttime. Now, if you're kind of familiar with fish's feeding patterns and stuff, it seems like once the sun goes down, that's pretty much when the humus and everything runs for cover. It kind of makes sense that the one Papio hit bait casting, which was Kaisens, happened right about sundown. The second big Papio caught bait casting by Kellerboy was in the night. You know, all the hoggies and stuff, they sleeping already. If there's anything to be learned here is if you're gonna catch Halalu and you're gonna throw them out daytime and maybe just free line them if that's possible. Now, if you have a whole bunch of poles in the area, the problem with free lining is the lines might get tangled, right? Because you just dropping it in and then the Halalu can swim wherever the hell he wants. That could be problematic, but you see what's down there now. And it wasn't just the hoggies. The hoggies was the main perpetrators that was ripping into the Halalu. But you had butterfly fish, you had table boss, you had pualus. I'm trying to think now. I know there was some goats. Of course, that puhi cleaned up that first one, but I mean that was only after the hoggy came in and bust that guy up. Maybe something to think about if you're fishing in that area or areas like that. Third thing I want to talk about, and this kind of goes back to the last video where I was Halalu fishing with Night Matcha, and I kind of showed Night Matcha doing his jigging, and I put it in a short Instagram reel, posted it, and was curious. One of the comments I actually got from a good friend of Arohana had mentioned, you're showing a little bit too much information. So I want to know, guys, what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that videos like this can kind of be maybe detrimental, that maybe showing certain baits or certain spots or certain techniques? Do you guys think that that's stuff that we should keep secret? When it comes to spots, okay, because spots is really the hot topic. Maybe 5 times a week I get somebody hitting me up on one of the socials asking me where the spot is. Especially if you guys blast me right in the comment section of that video. I am not going to tell you that. Okay, that's number one. Number two, when it comes to baits that I use, I'm pretty open about most of the baits that I use. However, there's been brothers that I fish with that don't want me to divulge what kind of bait they was using to catch whatever they caught, and I can respect that. And if one brother tells me, hey Rhino, no tell him what the bait is, I will not say nothing about the baits that brother when use. I'm not about really keeping bait secrets. My theory is you can throw any kind of bait out there. You can throw out the most desirable bait. You guys can throw out live wama every time. Not every time you're gonna catch on a lure, I can tell you that much. You know, I've thrown out live wama. There's a lot of different factors that go into catching and how you catch other than just the bait. Number 3 thing, techniques. And this is kind of what brother was saying, was that I'm sharing too much about brother Chris's jigging technique. My thought on that is I can show you guys the techniques that people use. I'm not the first one to show techniques that a lot of Lavaya use out there. There's a lot of very awesome local Lavaya whose Instagram and whose YouTube videos I watch. I learn techniques from them. Again, it's just like the bait. It's not 100% foolproof. It doesn't mean by me showing brother Chris doing his jigging and what he does is going to automatically going to catch you fish. I mean, to be honest with you, and I said it in a video, guys, the pile wasn't biting that day. I would say that morning we went pull up less than 10 Halalus. So it's not an automatic that if you go over there and you get all the equipment that brother Chris has, and you get all the tackle that brother Chris has, and you get his technique down all the way and everything, that you're going to be just yanking Halalus up left and right. No, sir. That's not how it works. I try to share as much with you guys because to me, fishing is a family-friendly sport. My purpose in making these videos is to share my experiences, and trust me guys, I'm really not doing this for the money. I mean, what I make off of YouTube is about enough to pay for gas to get to the spots. To me, it's more about relationships and building connections with all the Lavaya that's out there and learning a lot. Not everybody fishes the same. You know, I want to learn as much as possible from as many different brothers as possible and take a little bit out of each one and be able to kind of perfect my own way of fishing. And I want to share that with you guys as well as for the Lavayas themselves, you know, so that way someday they can show their kids or their grandkids, hey, you know, check out this video over here. This is what Papa used to do back in the day. You know what I mean? It's something, it's almost like a little legacy for each of these brothers that I fish with. Some brothers that go out and they have their YouTube channel, they just fish amongst themselves. I don't. I like fishing with a lot of different people, and brothers like Sandman and brother Chris that's willing to share what they learn to help other people out there. Hey, I'm all for that, bro. Because I know how frustrating it is when you're out there fishing. You think you know what you're doing, but you really don't know what the hell you're doing. So, trust me, I know that a lot. If I can help other people learn by my videos and also entertain you guys at the same time, then that's the goal. Alright guys, and with that, we'll end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if anything, I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself. Take care of your hana. Aloha.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I swear to God I will die with more fun than this.
The day I took out El Paco, brought away and hook up with one hammerfish, and why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
That the higa?
Wait, what did you say again?
The hoggy. the higa. Bro, I hope you never eat one Garrett higa, bro. Like,
Better delete that shit.
okay.
Nah,
Anyway.